Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It feels like forever. If you're new here, I'm Gabs. So I have a lot of things I want to share with you. Good, some negative, some things I might just have to vent. Today is March 8th, guys. It is 10:13 in the morning. Yeah, I'm practicing this thing called get up earlier because I have to take my sister to work at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm pretty much up at by 9:30, and that is like a big, yeah. So as far as my mental illnesses go, depression, anxiety, PTSD, we can also add social anxiety to that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is a self-diagnosis from my best friend. She did her research and was wondering why, I don't do much at all. This is why. I have social anxiety. It's just, I am so afraid to be around people, it's not even funny. And, the only time, and when I am around people, you're a science project to me. And I've always wanted to be a psychologist. I just did not want to go to school. I took psychology when I was in high school, and then I somewhat took psychology in college when I was in college, but I never finished college, so let's just get that out the way right there. Psychology is one of the things that I actually truly love to learn. You become a science project if I'm around you, because at this point in my life, being in my mid-20s, I can't believe I can actually say that and it be for real. Being in my mid-20s, I'm not out here to pursue any type of friendships, situationships, whatever you want to call them. I have my family, and I have my mom, and I have my siblings, and that's all the family and friends that I need. But now I really can't go anywhere because my sister took my mask, and that was my favorite mask, and that thing was $5. And she's already taken 3 of mine, and I swear if I don't get my mask back, I'm going to
feel some type of way.
Physical attributes here. I did my eyebrows. I've been breaking out a lot, so I'm sorry that I happen to be messing with my face right now. So yeah, there's just something about after I get my eyebrows done, they put baby oil or whatever they put on my face. I don't know, alcohol, whatever. They put that on my face, and it's when they do that, it just makes me break out. So I'm breaking out right here and dead ass in the middle of my eyebrows. You can't see it because I'm genuinely messing with it, but I'm breaking out over here on the side of my nose. On this side of my nose isn't that bad, but it's still bad because it hurts. It's very raw and dry skin. And then down here where the masks get worn, I have a pimple right here on my lip, right here. There's one right here, and I'm oh, I look ugly. A new set of overalls. I will show you the whole thing. I'll put a body pic up. How about that? And then another thing about that is I tried taking body pics yesterday, and I realized in a lot of my Snapchat pictures, my storage, I do not smile. There's something about me and smiling that I don't get along with. I feel like I look like trash when I smile. And, I never realized growing up, because I've always had this look. I've just always had a resting bitch face, as people would call it. I've always had this face, and even going out in public, I never liked smiling because I always felt they gave, men a reason to talk to me if I was just smiling. It was a great conversation starter. And I never wanted to be one who was who was flirted with. I did not like to be flirted with because I suck at flirting. I am not really good at communicating with the opposite sex unless we talk online, and that is some sad shit to say because it is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I can meet people and I can get along with people and whatnot, but I can't I'm weird. I'm instantly weird. I just say stupid stuff all the time because that's just how I am. I don't even know if that made any sense. Other than that, yeah, so I got my eyebrows done. Still working on freaking makeup. Still haven't learned shit about that yet. The convenient thing about my hair is just now, after 3 months of finally, I think it's been since November or October that I did my hair and bleached it and made it this light blondish color. And don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely loving it because now it's actually feeling like my hair again. It doesn't feel so dry and brittle. And I put dry shampoo in it yesterday. Actually, probably the past 2 days. And my hair feels really good. It feels like it's getting back to its oily state. Maybe that's the dry shampoo. I don't know. I'm not a freaking professional at this kind of stuff. And Yesterday, I just adopted my new baby. Oh my gosh. So you guys know my mother is into plants, gardening. She's got her own YouTube channel up. Go check her out. Her name is Life's a Journey with Danny. She's got a few videos up already. I'm working on one for her right now, but that's besides the point. So she's into her gardening and stuff, and all her stuff and techniques are all outside. Like, don't get me wrong, I love planting plants or taking care of plants, but I'm not an outside person. So yesterday, me and my mother were at Walmart, and I decided to adopt me a inside plant baby. So I have a Hedera helix, which is basically an English ivy, and it's a vine tree, or not a vine tree, but a vine plant. Right now she's sitting on my windowsill getting a little bit of sunlight. I got her yesterday. She was $3, and you know what, like, I feel like this is the best decision ever. My mom, a lot of people tell me I'm very old spirited, like old soul type thing. I'm not up to date, and I've never been up to date or up to par with how people in my age groups have grown up, because I will tell you that I do not like the idea of some things that people like today. There's just some things I refuse to do. Like, I dress old-fashioned. I don't really like to go with trends. I'm a very old-fashioned dresser. Like, I love vintage type things and aesthetic stuff. Like, I'm literally wearing overalls, some freaking Sperry's, and a jacket and a sports bra. I forgot to put my shirt on. I fell asleep like this last night. I'm a very old soul. My mother told me yesterday, she was like, you know, the thing about you is that you don't care what you dress like. You do not care. You know, I crochet now. I forgot to tell you guys, my best friend got me back into crocheting. I haven't done it in like 10 years. So now, but when I did it 10 years ago, it wasn't like some serious business I was doing. No, it was just like, I saw my best friend do it. She brought me some stuff down when she came back down, and I started crocheting, and I only crocheted one thing and gave up on it. You know, I never did anything with it. You know, since she's been back in my life again, because she is technically my neighborhood sister type thing. We grew up together like a lot of years, and we went to school together, everything. We do a lot together. She knows a lot about me, and I know a lot about her. And we're just like this. We're going to be getting matching tattoos soon. That's the type of friendship that we have. She's not like an everyday I have to talk to her type thing, but when we do talk, it's like we're just catching up, you know? Like, it's like we've never been away from each other. You know, what I'm saying is, she got me back into crocheting. She came back, you know, to live with her parents, and so she would come down a lot. Well, she has been coming down a lot, and she had crocheting stuff, and I was like, yo, B, bring me some stuff when you come back down, right? And of course, she never fails to forget. So she brought me some stuff, a good couple of colors, and I made my son his first granny blanket, which it was not a big one at all. It's just a square size. Right now I got 3 blankets. Well, 2 done blankets, and I'm working on 1. Elena's blanket, I did hers way different. I will never do that again because it hurt so bad. Now I am actually working on my son's again, and then I'm gonna work on my stepson's. And then, you know, from there, I'll just kind of just make blankets, because right now I'm trying to make sure I stick to price and all of that other stuff. Now, another thing I do want to share with you guys is we did take my stepson back. And to whoever was watching this, please do not take offense. I just have to vent about this. I had the worst freaking trip to drop my stepson off like 2 weeks ago. It was the worst trip ever. Actually, it was like a week ago. About a week ago. Anyways, a week ago on Thursday, I think it was, we ended up taking my stepson back. So I had a full carload of kids plus my boyfriend, and we ended up driving further than I ever imagined we were gonna drive, because we usually meet up halfway, but some things had to change this time. So instead of driving to Hearn, I drove like an extra freaking 30 minutes to College Station, and we met up. And don't get me wrong, like, the drive wasn't bad, but it was awful at the same time, because I had a daughter that threw up. You know, it's a small car as it is, so I have one kid not in a car seat. Daughter throws up in her car seat, so we dumped her car seat. Now we only have one car seat. My phone kind of acts up now. It's got like some ghost touch mode thing on it. which it's like some recall. I have to go and get it fixed. But like there's occasions where my phone wants to trip up and act like something's touching it when really there's nothing touching my phone. So it goes into a bunch of apps. So I swear to goodness, I think my phone is haunted by a ghost. So if you ever get random phone calls from me or a random message, it's not me, it's my phone. It's kind of taken over my life, which is why I don't really message or go on social media as much anymore. It's because I got a stupid phone that won't let me do what I want to do on it. I had trouble with the freaking GPS because my phone was spritzing out. So instead of it taking like 2.5 hours for us to get home, it took us 3.5 hours because we spent a whole hour just in Temple, Texas alone trying to figure out where to go. I hate Temple so freaking much. I just hate big cities. And Temple, Austin, Houston, those are all ones I do not like. Not only that, like we had pulled in because we usually meet at a McDonald's. We pulled in the McDonald's. Sure enough, I don't know what happened. We went through the drive-thru. I paid for my food at the one window, and you know how the next window is usually where you get your food. For some reason, this McDonald's did have the pay window. He said, pull up to the next window. Now, there was a window, but then there was another window where one car was already at, like sitting there getting his food. So I thought that was the window. But I did pull up to the window first, just in case, for any reason. I wanted to make sure like I was getting my food. So I pulled up to this window, but it was pitch black, like it was shut down. It wasn't an operating window type thing. Like there was no light, you couldn't see the kitchen, nothing. It was just dark, a dark window. So it did not look like an area where I was going to be getting my food. So I pulled up behind the truck instead. So when that truck left and I pulled up, and it's literally the dining sitting area of McDonald's. And I'm like, what the heck is this? So now I'm ticked off because the person behind me probably got my food. So I had to go and just park and then go to the door. And then McDonald's employees just want to sit there like freaking goofballs. They just want to sit there like goofballs. They literally see me knocking at the door. And I know COVID and everything, but I had my mask on and everything. Like I'm so set and ready for the BS because I'm not about to be a Karen up in nowhere. Okay? I'm knocking on the door. They can see me. There's 2 people looking at me. The manager had to look out and say, can you go open the door and see what she wants? You know, I'm sitting here with my receipt in hand, like, hello, open the door. Like, I was so mad. Not only to trip you out, I was on my period. I'm on my period every time we have to take my stepson back. So I'm like fueled up and I'm heated because I'm just like, okay, I'm missing the highlighted moments of my stepson leaving, you know, like the fuck. So anyways, I eventually get that food and they gave us a apple pie for the inconvenience, which you're damn right. It was an inconvenience that you didn't want to open the door, or the fact that you have a drive-through window that's not even, it doesn't even look like it's operatable. So anyone that's not from there is confused as shit. And I hope to God I was not the only person who's ever done that in life. It was just a really stressful time. Not only that, it was a weekend. I had no idea where I was. I'd never driven to the college station in my life. It was pitch dark outside by the time we dropped him off because we spent like freaking 30 minutes visiting and hanging out. And I was just ready to go and get home because I'm already nerve-wracked. I got a car that has a check engine light on. I'm driving with an expired license and blah, blah, blah. It's just not fun. It's really not fun to make sure everybody else's needs or wants are met and not be able to even get my needs in, you know. Like I'm so tired of making sure everybody else is comfortable with what they want and what they need, not even necessarily need, but what they want. Like I'm so tired of trying to be somebody's slave. I'm not a slave. I'm not anyone's slave. Like I don't even do anything for myself, and that's a bummer. Like, you have no idea. I bought this freaking overalls, right? Loved it and everything. Like, it was like $10 on clearance at Walmart. So I got it, right? And anytime I go out anywhere and I get myself something, I always hide it when I get home. Because I don't want anyone to know that I just spent something on myself. Because I rarely do. And the moment that I do, people are going to think that I'm selfish. And that's a very fucked up way of me saying it. Because that's not true. Because I get everybody everything that they want when they want it. And it's like I can't even spend a little dollar on myself, you know. And I just these are the changes that I'm wanting. So I'm picking up crocheting, my new skill in 2021. I'm about to be a plant mama. Since Bae won't give me no more kids, I adopted one. You know, I do still want to do, you know, taking a behind the scenes in my past type thing and telling you guys kind of where I've come from, the bad mistakes I've made. And yeah, I am totally ready for this conversation. I'm ready to just be as truthful as possible to you guys, since you're always truthful with me and you never give me shit for my stuff. And you know, if you do, you do it in a way where like I learn from it and I won't do it again. I probably didn't learn in this video because I just spent 21 minutes talking about absolutely freaking nothing except what was going on in my life. So that's exciting. But anyways, I gotta get home because my kids are probably hungry. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video.